He fastened the rope to himself, then climbed up to a building several hundred meters high. His body was suspended in the air. Because he wanted to kill a person, he did so. Like that, he had also killed the target without being discovered. He also left after completing his assignment. He is Arthur, a famous professional assassin. So how good was his talent? He could set up the murder scene as an unintended incident without revealing any trace. For many years, Arthur was no longer an assassin. He just wanted to have a peaceful life on the island and taught the children with his girlfriend, until one day, there was a woman coming to find and threatened him. Help me kill 3 people. And then he had to create the scene as an unintended accident. Otherwise she would reveal the evidence of his murder to his enemy. Arthur disagreed. Fortunately, Arthur successfully escaped, but a few days later, they came to kidnap his girlfriend, and threatened him again. Therefore, he could only agree. The first person he had to kill was a black man. This black man was controlling more than half of the big business activities in Africa. So he also had lots of enemies, because in order to avoid the enemy, this black man hid in a prison that located 70 kilometers from the coast. This prison was located on a cliff that was over 100 m, and it was surrounded by sharks. Furthermore, there were a lot of bodyguards surrounding him. But it wasn't difficult for Arthur. Arthur put the mini-bomb inside the cigarette, then put the oil that drove away the sharks into a small jar, and prepared an appropriate escape plan. First, Arthur put his photo in the passport of the wanted criminal. After that, he caused disorder on the way in order to be arrested to prison, and also easily took previously prepared items into prison. Bodyguards always followed closely behind this black man. Indeed, this black man had many enemies. Even in prison there were a lot of people who wanted to kill him. This man hid the knife inside, and he was walking towards. He was about to stab this black man. Fortunately, Arthur promptly took action, so he saved this black man. Thanks to that, Arthur gained the trust of him. Taking the opportunity while talking to him, Arthur used a rope to strangle him. Then he also prepared a bowl of poison for the black man to drink, creating a scene that was accidentally poisoned. A man outside hearing a loud noise and prepared to enter. Arthur said, "Don't disturb, he's praying." After that, Arthur hurriedly walked towards the wall, and put the mini-bomb into a hole in the wall. But the jailer found out him. He quickly applied oil on his body to drive away sharks. After that, the wall was quickly exploded. Arthur quickly went through that hole. He jumped off the cliff that was over hundreds of meters. Later, a boat that had been arranged earlier picked him up. Arthur quickly checked the safety of his girlfriend. Luckily, she wasn't injured at all. He continued to receive the second target. This was the mineral industry tycoon Cook. He was ostensibly a mineral tycoon, but he was actually a human trafficker. Cook lived in a luxury apartment on the top floor. Every day, he stayed in this apartment and swam in a glass swimming pool. However, entering this place was very difficult. In order to get in and out of this place, it must be through the human facial recognition system. Each ventilation door was covered by thick steel plates. So what would Arthur do? How frightening would a talented assassin be? Arthur spent many hours researching and planning to kill in the glass pool. He conducted chemical experiments. He put some chemical in the lab jar and stirred it up, then poured into molds. Waiting for the substance to dry, he took it out, and then activated a chemical reaction, and set the time. After that, Arthur pretended to be the one who came to buy a house to approach the apartment on the terrace. When everyone didn't pay attention, he immediately took a photo of the room key. Then Arthur disguised as a cleaning staff to enter that house. He used the homemade key to open the room below the glass swimming pool. He began to take out the tools to remove the glass. Like that, he continued to climb to the terrace. Then he climbed step by step to in the center of the glass swimming pool. And drilled a hole below the surface of the glass, and then put a mold containing chemicals in that hole. After that, Cook jumped into the glass pool to swim. Arthur timed to provoke a chemical reaction. Although Cook saw Arthur, it was too late. The glass pool had been shattered. Police believed that Cook's death was caused by a broken glass swimming pool. This was just an unintended incident. Arthur had accomplished the second object. As before, Arthur was allowed to video call with his girlfriend. She quickly showed the number plates of the boat that she was locked in. Thanks to that, Arthur found the boat's location. He quickly flew a helicopter, then jumped into the water and successfully snuck onto the boat. But unfortunately, he was detected, and finally he was captured by them. The boss threatened Arthur, "If you do that again, your girlfriend will disappear forever. Arthur had to give in. His ultimate object was an army colonel. The colonel's workplace was equipped with many military fortresses, and there were many soldiers on guard outside. There was even a secret base in the ground. Through investigation, Arthur discovered that the injured soldiers would be taken to this building by helicopter. Afterwards, Arthur shot a guard and sneaked inside the helicopter. Eventually, he also successfully entered the base. However, this time, he failed in his plan. In order to save his girlfriend, he had to break into the military base. Then, Arthur hacked the surveillance camera system and leisurely went inside. While the colonel was in the elevator, suddenly there was a large explosion occurring. That made him extremely frightened and hurriedly escaped into the secret base. Meanwhile, Arthur was also waiting here. Actually, Arthur had no intention of killing him, because Arthur knew that the 3 people that the boss ordered him to kill were all his competitor. If he killed all 3, it wasn't certain that the boss would release him and his girlfriend, so he decided to cooperate with the colonel. Like that, the colonel could eliminate the competition. And Arthur also saved his girlfriend. The colonel accepted to cooperate with Arthur. After that, Arthur set the scene to create a fake death for the colonel. The colonel pretended to fall into the water, and was then saved by Arthur. Through television, the boss knew that the colonel was dead, then quickly ordered his subordinates to pick up the colonel's body. Unexpectedly, Arthur had set up the trap here. The boss also realized that his subordinates had been trapped, and he knew that Arthur would come here soon. After that, he ordered his subordinates to closely monitor Arthur's girlfriend. Indeed, then Arthur also arrived. Realizing the danger, the boss quickly locked up Arthur's girlfriend. He then started the boat's self-destruct system. When the boat was about to explode, luckily Arthur found his girlfriend. He quickly took her into the rescue compartment. Then he went to find the boss for revenge. After a fierce struggle, the boss was finally chained on the boat by Arthur. However, the boss happily laughed, because he knew that, only a few seconds, this boat would explode. Arthur wouldn't also escape. After that, Arthur quickly ran away. A few seconds later, the boat also exploded. His girlfriend was lucky to be saved. It is said that there weren't any survivors on the boat. She was extremely miserable, and after that she returned to the small island, and had a peaceful life. But she always remembered Arthur. One day, there was a familiar figure appearing in front of her. That was Arthur. It turned out that after knowing the boat was about to explode, Arthur quickly fled, and hid into a solid rescue compartment. Through the camera system, the colonel knew that Arthur was out of danger. He smiled contentedly. From there, no one would know that Arthur was alive or dead. Finally, Arthur was able to live peaceful days with his girlfriend.